meeting. It's a very important time in the Simply Brilliant community. And such meetings are needed, not once, not twice, but regularly as much as possible, so that we can understand what we are doing and then, of course, agree to work together in a consensus. I believe that when we agree and we work together, we will achieve our goals faster. That is how it ought to be. So please join us to overcome the sentiments, the distractions, the hate, and divisions that may be existing by any means in the community. Just put all of those, put them behind you. Let's agree to achieve our goal together. When we have finished scoring our goal, everybody can go back to their businesses. So please, once again, I thank you. And I hope this message will be very clear, very, very clear as I put it forth again. Now, the Goodwill program is meant to make it easy for members of the Simply Brilliant community who are currently inactive, especially from 2016 up till the 10th of February. Members whose accounts are inactive within this period of time can use the opportunity I will be presenting now. And that is to say, anyone whose account expired since 11th cannot be part of this program. Anyone whose account is currently expired, but the expiration happened from the 11th of February, that person cannot enjoy this Goodwill program. The reason why it is so is we don't want people to start leaving their accounts to expire so that they can join the Goodwill program. No, it will not work in our favor. We want those who are currently active to stay active. Let those who have not been active for over a long time now, up till the 10th of February, the day we started this program, be the only people qualified to use this opportunity. Now, here is the opportunity. We are looking towards bringing in 6,000 old members. 6,000 old members. And these 6,000 old members, we are going to divide them into 3 batches. First batch, 1,000 members. Second batch, 2,000 members. Third batch, you can see my screen. Third batch, 3,000 members. All of these, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, that's 6,000 members. We have more than that in our back office who are inactive right now. And the offer we are bringing to them is simple. Instead of paying $10 every month through the 6 months training, instead of paying $10 every month, they are going to pay $10 once. $10 only once. And that should cover for the 6 months training. Excuse me, please. Just a moment. So, like I said, we are looking for 6,000 inactive accounts to reactivate. First batch will contain 1,000 members. Second batch, 2,000 members. Third batch, 3,000 members. The idea is this. We are creating a rush with the first batch. Everyone who can activate their accounts, reactivate their accounts with only $10 will take this training with us for 6 months and will not need to make another payment like $10 every month. No need. And that's the reason why we have them in batches. So if you are lucky, you made your payment early enough, you will be in the first batch, which is the first 1,000 persons. We will use the $10 to reactivate their accounts at a set time, not immediately. We're going to accumulate all the funds first. And when we have the number we want, we're now going to activate the accounts of the first 1,000 persons who took this offer, this Goodwill offer. Now, the funds that we get from batch 2 and batch 3, they are $10 will amount to $50,000. That money will be used to maintain the members on the first months after their accounts have been reactivated. So, reactivation of accounts will be done using the $10 that came from first batch. Maintenance of the same account will be done using all the $10 that came from second batch and third batch, so that first batch members can complete their training 6 months. Now, once this is accomplished, we now know that first batch is owing second batch and third batch, because we use the resources from second batch and third batch to keep first batch active throughout the 6 months training. Once funding comes, once the funds have been released, and we know from what admin is telling us that we will be having access to like $5,000 plus monthly. Once that money has been released to each of the accounts of the members on the first batch, we are going to remove $300 from each account here. $300 from each account will amount to $300,000. $300,000 from batch A. $120,000 will go to fund batch B for 6 months. $120,000 will go to pay their school fee for 6 months. That's for batch B now. And keep batch B active for 6 months, after which batch B also will be funded. And then batch B will release $300 each from their accounts as well. $180,000 will be released from that wallet, the wallets of members of the second batch will make this amount available when they have been funded, so that batch 3 can go through their training for 6 months and also get funded. So it's step by step. It begins with second batch and third batch funding the first batch, and then the first batch releasing funds so that second batch can take their training. And of course, when second batch is done with their training, they release funds so that the third batch can go on with their training. Now, you may be asking, will this not be too long? Yes, of course. First batch will be joining us this year. Second batch will be probably next year. And third batch will be the year after. So it's like a 3-year plan. But here is the beautiful thing. Friends, here's the beautiful thing. If you are in the second batch or third batch, you do not necessarily have to wait till next year or the year after in order to take your training with the first batch. No, you don't have to. If you want to join the first batch still, it is possible. Even though you have been placed in the second batch and in the third batch, you can decide, okay, all right, since first batch is filled out, I will just sell my place, my position, my seat in the second batch or in the third batch. I'll sell it to somebody else, that $10. I will prepare my $60 so that I can join first batch instantly. If any member in the second batch or third batch is capable and has the power to raise that amount of money, $60, then they can join the first batch and create a space for somebody else where they are living, which means your purchase of a spot in this program can be for your child, it can be for your uncle, your aunt, a member of the family, it can be for anybody. And that space will be used when the time comes next year or the year after. It will be used to get that person that you provide training for 6 months and funding thereafter. That person will not need to make any more payments, because this system we just designed will handle the payments. And if you observe what I have said, you will realize that from the time first batch gets their funds, this system becomes self-sustaining, which means no need for anybody to bring in any more money. The funds that will come out of this place, part of it will go into funding batch B. Batch B will train, part of their own money will train batch C. And there will still be a lot of money left for others to take the training under this particular program. When batch 3 is done with their training and they are funded, we can make progress with the same program to bring other people into the community through our Goodwill program. So this Goodwill program is going to continue for a very long time. The sponsors are only about 6,000, not more than that. But it will generate continually the funds that will sponsor many more people in the future. Lastly, if you recall, I said 300,000 will be pulled out of 1,000 accounts here when funding arrives. 120,000 goes to take care of second batch and their training. The remaining amount, about 180,000 naira, goes as a reward for you who helped us do this campaign. You who brought in 10 persons, you who brought in 20, 50, 100 persons to take a spot. We are going to multiply $10 by 3. That is each account you brought. Every account that you reactivated will give you $30 for each. So if you brought 10, that's $300 for you. If you brought 100 persons back, what's that? That's like $3,000 for you. $3,000 right now in Nigeria is counting in millions. That's a lot of money for just bringing 100 inactive accounts back. You can do this either with the money in your pocket if you have some, or actually getting those members to pay themselves. $10 is all they need. And that is not supposed to be too much now. If anybody was complaining that the money is too much, okay, it's just $10 now. With $10, you are in. And once you are in, no more paying until you have graduated. So this is the simplified version of the program that we are about to, that we just started. As we speak, I have money already from a particular member who is paying for 5 accounts. I was just about to make that payment before our time came. After this meeting, I'll do the payment. Persons are calling me to give them the right address. The admin gave us one special address where we can pay into. So you are not paying the $10 into the regular account. Please, there's a special USDT address for this. And you can ask for it. We also created a room on Telegram. We called it Help Team. You need to join that group. The details are there for you. You want to get the USDT address, it's there. You want to watch the last video that explains all of these things, it's there. You want to know what other procedures, okay, after I've paid, where do I put my details? You submit your details in a form that has been provided. The link is there in the Help Team. So that you don't put your details in the public for people to see. Your hash can be stolen. Somebody can just steal the hash. No, don't allow that. So if you made a payment, submit your details appropriately, and we are good to go. So, friends, this is it. I will leave you now to probably ask your questions, and where you are not clear, you can let us know. Thank you very much.
Here, we have the 5 members. It's out of my expectation. I think our world leaders are